Yo and welcome along to my latest video. Now today's video has us taken a look at Tilly Whim caves situated on the Dorset coast. Now this place is supposedly a quarry, and from what I have read there's no reason whatsoever for the cave bit in the name, but there it is anyway. Now the caves were first mentioned in 1805, quarrying stopped just after the Napoleonic Wars in around 1820, and they were used to fortify the coastline. Now make of that what you will. Now in 1887 George Burt, who I believe owned the estate, opened up the place as a tourist attraction, and in the process let the public see such beauties as the Great Globe. Now sorry, I don't have a picture of this, I wasn't letting Octavia anywhere near that, as well as a few plaques showing some BS about the convexity of the ocean. Now anyway, this is a pretty common feature, and I will show a few more of these in an upcoming video. Now it looks more like a mine than it does a quarry to me, but either way, notice how this is fenced off. Now I hear what you're going to tell me now, that's just for safety, to stop nosy gits like me from getting in and hurting myself. And now I do hear that, and it's something that I could believe if all of these places were fenced off like this, but they aren't, so I don't buy it for 1 second. And yeah, I do even manage to get in behind the fence at one point, so stay tuned for that one. And I will be releasing a couple of other videos on the area, as we did quite a lot of walking over the 4 days that we were there. I think over 30 miles in total or some BS like that. So we come to the main attraction in the area, and straight away you can see how quarry-like it is in appearance if we just skip past the 2 door-like gaps in the rock. And as you can see from the sign, it's an extremely dangerous area and to keep out. Fortunately for me though, I managed to get hold of some footage someone shot from the same day I was there, so let's have a closer look, shall we? Now the narrative claims this place got its name because maybe there was a quarryman called Tilly, and because the crane that they used, but again no mention about the cave part. And yeah, these quarrymen were so skilled they cut into the rock horizontally, and they even shaped most of the rock on site before lowering it down to boats. Now bear in mind, this was all in the early 1800s as well. That's pretty awesome, don't you agree? And yeah, we'll ignore the fact that these look like perfectly carved room-like areas as well, with the odd column left in place. Now straight away I was saying to myself, why quarry like this? It makes zero sense. Why only a few gaps in the rock that open up to this room-like shape? And why not quarry the whole thing like every other quarry we've seen? Better yet, who opens up a quarry as a tourist attraction? I mean, come on, who wants to really go and see a quarry that looks like a place of residence? Unless it was a place of residence. And yeah, I just managed to find this. Now I can't confirm if this is genuine or not, but if it is, have a look at what it says. Famous as an 18th century smuggler's hideout. Now that's interesting to me, considering that 18th century, if I'm not mistaken, is 1701 to 1800, putting that before the claimed quarries of the 1800s. Now I'm not saying quarries don't exist here, because I think they do. All you've got to do is visit a local village and you'll see almost every building making use of this rock. I am however disputing what this place is. Again, I don't know for sure, but I've come to that conclusion after visiting the area and reading up the place a little for myself. And now yeah, onto the part which I guess most of you are here to see. And yeah, this appears to fit the narrative about it being a tourist attraction in 1887. Hence the 1887. Again, as you can see, it's private property, but just like the last bit I showed you, I managed to get hold of some footage from somebody. So let's see what's down here, shall we? And yeah, just remember while I show you the staircase as well, this was blasted with dynamite, because using a stairway down a cliff like any other place like this is utter nonsense. And yeah, it's strange as well how forming all of this staircase didn't cause any damage below whatsoever. Hopefully as we go along here you can see what I'm seeing, which is literally just a few room-like shapes cut into the rock. Not a quarry at all, but almost felt like this at one time was possibly a residence of sorts. Now I've seen enough cave-like holes that have been lived in to feel I can give a little bit of an opinion now. Again, I'm not screaming this is 100% truth, and I do urge you all to do your own digging and find out for yourselves. I mean, replay the video and have a better look for yourselves, or wait for the next video and you'll see this on a much bigger scale. And yeah, I just got to apologise here, as the guy that's filming didn't quite know where to turn or where to go, as he was aware of the potential dangers down here. That, and he could hear Octavia having a right meltdown up above just because she wasn't allowed to come down. Now I'm just going to go quiet for a few moments now, just so you can take in the scenery and everything else, and yeah, just make your own minds up, because I'll probably yapped quite a lot anyway. So yeah, this was just the start. I do feel the next one is bigger and better, and shows more examples of what appear to be rooms and not quarries in the rock face. And yeah, I do have a few other things to share from my time down here as well, and I'm also starting a project which could well be huge in itself. And yeah, just like here, I do plan on having a few days away each month, just to go and see a few different places, and also having days out each week, sorry. So if there's anywhere you guys think that I can go or anything like that, then just let me know in the comments. As always, I've been Nicky B, and until next time.